Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new here. This is Drieli and today we have another plan with me video. This is going to be for week 27. So this is a sneak peek here of the layout. This is going to be a very vintage layout, so if you are into that stuff, I hope you like it. If you do, leave a like in this video, and if you're not subscribed to the channel yet, consider subscribing if you like anything related to planning, journaling and traveler's notebook. Alright, but without further ado, let's get into the video. Alright guys, so I have my traveler's notebook here with me. I'm just going to remove the insert as always, just to make things easier for me to work with. And this is going to be for week 27. This is the last week of June. Can you guys believe it? We are already ending the month. I know week 27th it's going to be next week, but if you see any of my plan with me videos, I like to shoot those a week before, or at least upload those videos the week before the actual week that I'm planning, so that way you guys have some time to work on your planners as well with me. So you'll notice that this layout is going to take 2 pages. It's a very unique situation. If you watch any of my plan with me videos, and I'll link my playlist here on top of the screen if you haven't watched any of them and you are interested. But you've noticed, if you watch any of those previous videos, that my weekly log only takes up 1 page, so one side of the page. But this last week I'm gonna take both pages, and the reason being is because the remaining pages on this insert I use for my journaling. And if you've watched any of my journal with me videos before, you know that I use a full 2 pages for each day to journal. So this extra page there for this week, it would just be empty if I didn't decorate it. So usually the last week of the month I'm gonna take up both pages, and what I usually do is I just fully decorated the right page, and it gives me although most of the times the final week of the month, it's not all the days that I complete. If you know anything about my setup, I only use an insert per month, so that means that this is going to be only for June. So whatever it is the days left for July, I'm not going to fill it up in this insert. I'm going to carry the same week, the week 27, to my next insert. I hope that makes sense. If you're confused with what I'm saying here, I have a setup video that explains in more details how I set up my traveler's notebook, but pretty much I like to keep everything in one place. So I like to keep my planner as well as my journal in one insert. So each insert, it's a full month. So for instance, this insert is for the whole month of June. So for this last week here of June, we're just gonna have the 29th and the 30th. And of course, the remaining days of this week, it's already July. But because I separate my months and they are very individual in each insert, I'm going to carry that same week 27 to my next insert. I know it's a little bit repetitive. You don't have to do that. It's just because I usually treat every month as a single organism, if you can say it that way. It's kind of weird to mention that way. Probably shouldn't say that. It's very strange. That's not the best word to describe, but it is a how I say it? It's very separate. Let's put it that way. So when I set up my goal for the month, it's for the entire month. So once the month ends, that's it. I'm moving forward with a new goal, and I started working towards that new goal for that new month. So because it is so individually curated, each insert for each month, I don't want to be working on the days that it's, you know, for July, even though this week most of the days are going to be part of July's month. I don't like to work on this insert, so I'm going to build the, you know, the week 27, even though there's only 2 days here for this month. And I just take the opportunity on those weeks that there is very few days left on the layout to just go bonkers on the decoration. I absolutely love to decorate my journal pages. If you know me, if you have watched any of my videos, you know I truly enjoy journaling and decorating my journal. This is a very, how you say, artistic outlet for me. Even though I'm an artist, I do painting, illustrations, drawing, you name it. But this is different. This, I get to play, I get to make mistakes, I get to, you know, play with different mediums, and I absolutely love it. So I don't mind pretty much redoing the first week and the last week of the month repetitive in my journals, in my inserts. So, and you guys get to see 2 different layouts for the same week, so bonus video for you guys. But anyways, I rambled too much already in this video. I already did so much in this layout without even saying anything about it, so let's get into the video here. So for this layout, I decided to go with a vintage theme. I absolutely love vintage. If you watch some of my videos, you know that already. And the previous 2 weekly Plan With Me videos layout, I've decided to go with a very colorful layout. Reason being is because the last 2 weeks, one was the last week of spring, and the following week was the first week of summer. So I wanted to represent those, you know, those seasons passing, and I wanted to kind of demonstrate that in my layout. So that's why my layouts are very colorful those previous 2 weeks. But I was just done with color by now. I needed to go back to my vintage layout so badly. So I decided to go for this weekly layout, decided to go with a very kind of like travel vintage theme. So that's why I decided to grab some papers with maps and a lot of tags and tickets. And there's a little bit of mail mixed to that as well. So if you're curious about the paper that I'm using and all of those beautiful tags, they are all from the same paper stash from Tim Holtz. If you want more details about that paper stash, I have it in one of my haul videos. I'll link above here on the screen so you can go check it out later if you haven't watched and you are interested in that. But yeah, this paper stash has a lot of vintage, you know, scrap collage papers from Tim Holtz, and there's a lot of beautiful tags. So I just literally, you know, ripped all the papers that I could find from that paper stash from Tim Holtz that had a tag design on it, and I just fussy cut the tags, especially for the bigger ones, because I don't have that many big tags in my stash. I do have a lot of tags from Tim Holtz, but you're gonna notice here in the video right there right now that I am literally ripping the paper into 2 parts, and the reason being is because this paper stash from Tim Holtz, it is a kind of almost like a cardboard texture, so it's very thick to use in my insert. I've tried a couple of different layouts before to just go with it, but there's actually 2 different designs on both sides. So one, I think, is a waste of beautiful design and paper to just glue down the other side. And 2, I've been having a lot of issues with some of those scrap papers when I glue down into my insert, because the paper is so thick. It just keep, you know, sticking out of ungluing out of my inserts. So I just decided, you know what, I get to, it's thick enough that I can rip both sides and it still have a decent texture to the paper. It doesn't damage the you know, the design or anything like that, and I get to still have both sides of the designs. I know I'm cheap. Please don't hate me. But hey, you know, it's just a beautiful paper design. Like you can waste that paper, and you know, it gets me the chance to actually do a collage, because I wanted to also, you know, do this collage that I was actually placing item on top of each other. You know, all those paper collage was going to add so much volume to my insert. I needed to do that, but anyways, it worked out, and now that I know about that, I'm gonna probably be doing that with this paper stash all the time. But anyways, you're gonna see me going into my tag stash. Those are some ephemeras from Tim Holtz as well. Those, the paper are not so thick, so I can place them without having to rip the back paper or anything like that. So once I'm done here with the bigger tags, I'm going to edit some smaller one. I wanted to kind of do a like how you say, I can think of the word right now, but you know, it started with bigger tags and going slowly up with the smaller tags. Why can I not think of the word right now? It's anyways, brain fart. It's late in the night, guys. Please forgive me. I can think of the words. But yeah, I'm just trying to, you know, kind of like lay the tags in a more, I don't know what I'm trying to say. I hope you guys understand what I'm trying to say here. But anyways, I wanted to go with the bigger tags on the bottom and building up to the point that the smaller tags was going on the top and fewer tags. And as you can see there, I hope it's making sense right now. The reason why I'm covering most of the right page one, I'm not gonna write it down anything there. It's fully for decoration. And on the left, you're gonna notice that I'm gonna add a lot of tags to the bottom page as well. And the reason being, again, those bottom lines are for next month, July, so I'm not going to write it my goals here. So I'm just gonna use literally the top two lines for the 29th and 30th to end June, and that's it. So I know it's probably very wasteful to have 2 full pages to only use it 2 days, but I like it. I like the way that I do it like that, but like I say, you don't have to do it. But you know, like I say, it's another page to decorate, and this is probably my favorite weekly layout so far. I absolutely loved how this layout turned out. But anyways, going back here, so this paper doll I'm using, it is also from Tim Holtz. Literally Tim Holtz all the way in this layout. I'm a huge fan. The only thing here that is not Tim Holtz, it is the washi tape. That's kind of like a male design right there, that blue and red and white washi. That one I got at Michael's. It's from the Recollections line. I got it very recently, so if you have a Michael's in your city, you can probably find that washi. And that train ticket washi sticker that I put it on top of the left page right there, that one I got it from one of my pen pals. It's, I don't even know what brand or design it is, but you know, she gave me a sample of washi tape that had a lot of like tickets and train theme, so I grabbed one of that and I just fuss cut it. And if you are curious, let me just go ahead and open here. So I use some of my for the black circles that I'm going to be using to write in my dates, I use my Sakura Pigma brush pen. This is, I can tell you, besides the Tombow, this is my favorite brush pen. I love Tombow, don't get me wrong. Tombow brush pens are absolutely amazing, but when it comes to writing on top of it with the Jelly Roll, the Sakura Jelly Roll pens, especially the white ones, the Tombow will suck in that ink and it will barely show up. Like you cannot write it on top of Tombow for some reason. So when I want to write it with my Jelly Roll pen on top of it, especially my white Jelly Roll pen, the Sakura Pigma brush pens are the only ones that allows me to write on top of it, and to the black ink on this brush pen, it's amazing. You can tell there that it's a very strong ink. You can literally see the black circle as a very strong black on the screen, and that's exactly how it is in real life. It is a very dark black, so it really covers. So I love this this brush pen. It's my favorite. Tombow is number 2. This is my number 1. But anyways, I'm going with my Le Pen. That is a Japanese pen as well, and just writing the days of the week. And then I'm gonna come in with my Jelly Roll pen, number 10 in white, and I'm just going to write the dates on top of my brush pen from the Sakura Pigma, like I mentioned. And I'm gonna call it good. That's pretty much it. Like I mentioned, if you notice there, I only have the 29th and the 30th available to write it. Everything else is covered because, again, I'm going to repeat that week 27 on my July insert. So I have that same week for the 1st to the 5th. But that's it for today, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'm gonna bring it closer so you guys can take a look at the layout a little bit closer. But yeah, if you like this video, go ahead and leave a like. If you're not subscribed to the channel yet, go ahead and subscribe. If you like videos related to planning, journaling, travels, notebook, I really appreciate the support. But that's it for today. Thank you so much for hanging out with me, and I'll catch you guys in the next video tomorrow. Bye for now.